Hey, does the dirt and dust of the world ever sort of, I don't know, get stuck on you and make it hard to see things clearly, make it hard to follow Jesus in an intentional way? We're going to think about that today from Now at Devotions and at Trinity and Cyrus. I'm Pastor Chris, and we're at the car wash. So we're in the book of John today. And in this story, Jesus calls the disciples. They've been out fishing. They have no idea what to do next. This is the fourth time that Jesus has appeared to the disciples. And they're out fishing, and Jesus says, "Hey, guys, you catch anything?" And all night they didn't. And then Jesus says, maybe try fishing on the right side of the boat, which is something we've heard from Jesus before, right? And so they throw the nets out. The nets are full. And all of a sudden, one of the disciples realizes, oh, that's Jesus. Oh. And he says, "Hey, Peter, that's Jesus." And Peter goes, "Oh, man." And he jumps off the boat and he swims right into shore. So Peter jumps off the boat, throws on some clothes, jumps off the boat, swims into shore, and Jesus has got breakfast there ready for him over a charcoal fire. And the last time we heard the phrase charcoal fire, Peter was denying Jesus at his crucifixion. So there are some parallels set up here. Jesus asks Peter, "Hey, do you love me?" And he asks him 3 times. And Peter says, "Yes, you know that I love you." And Jesus' response is, "Feed my sheep." He's going to be leaving soon. Jesus is. He's going back up. He's ascending. He's going to send the Spirit. But when he's gone, it is up to the disciples, and therefore also us, to do the work that Jesus did. What Jesus does is he gives Peter a new way of seeing things. And this happens to Saul, too, in our reading for the week. In Acts chapter 9, you'll see this as well if you take a peek. Saul goes from being murderous and being a persecutor of Christians to being Jesus' biggest supporter and evangelist. So there's something that happens here, just like at a car wash, those lenses get cleaned off. I'm a recent glasses wearer, and sometimes you got to cleanse the lenses to see things differently. Well, that happens to Peter, and that happens to Saul, thus Paul. There's this sort of regular rhythm that happens in the life of a Christian, and that is, we try to live in the world but not be of it. But in doing so, our lenses get dirty. And at some point, we start to see things as if they were in the world, not as if Jesus were the center of things. And we've got to follow Jesus. And Jesus reminds Peter of that. "Yeah, you denied me, but I love you. Feed my sheep." He doesn't bother with the whole, do you believe in me? He doesn't bother with the whole, am I real? He goes straight to, I know you love me. I know you trust me. So keep trusting me. Keep following me. Feed my sheep. Do what's necessary to make the kingdom come in this world. And that's your thought for this week. What does it mean in your life to say, okay, where am I getting distracted? Where am I getting pulled away? Where do I need to wash off all this world a little bit? I need to be in it, but I also need to keep Jesus at the center, to keep following that way. In the same way that Paul realizes Jesus is the one he's been persecuting and he's been wrong. Or in the same way that Peter realizes, even though I denied Jesus, he still loves me and he has a job for me, and I need to stay focused. How do you stay focused? How do you wash off the dirt? How do you say, hey, God, where are you in my life right now? How might I participate? That's your thought for the week. I'm Pastor Chris from Trinity Lutheran in Cyrus, getting the spot-free rinse. We'll see you next time.